Hello and welcome everyone back to Anachronox. Cyberpunk sci-fi with detective work, and I am trying to convince everyone else that I am a smart person and a scientist. I do science myself. How can I, by the way, delete users? It was... Yeah, these are in time order. That I like, actually. Yeah. I just looked before starting that where should I find the lab coats. Apparently, it is very simple. Apparently there is a vending machine or some sort that has one in or two in sale. Question is where? Or does it mean Vendomart? Vince. Quality items. No. The precise B. Mysterious backpack. Bruce heel crease. I am checking all the numbers. Huge material sold out. I know it's probably not important, but I just want to be thorough. I'm not surprised if it was a case. Ah.
Tighten your belt, sunshine. We got a bird to catch.
I did it. Oh, I am handsome. I am so smart looking. I am handsome. I am sexy, and this boy is still alone with the clown. But yeah, I am happy. I got the thing I needed to get. And then I need to go to the station. Other way. Only hint that I had was I have. Yes, I got the tickets, yeah. So I can just go here. Oh, yeah. I am so handsome. Now all the girls will love me. Finally. Thank you and enjoy your flight.
Extrapolate, if you will, Schönhausen's theory of caustics by reflection.
Oh, that's easy. The catacaustic envelope of a moving line can be determined by...
Uh-oh.
I'm sure I'll get through, but I think you're stuck.
Maybe they'll ask me an easy one.
Characterise gravity theories in relation to universally coupled scalar fields in the context of Dirac's large number hypotheses.
Oh, well. I didn't really want to go to Sunder anyway.
Don't worry, Mr. Boots. Let him ask his questions. I'll take care of everything, you'll see.
Wait. Is Paul 18 same voice actor as Conker? Or was it not Conker, but from the same game? Help. My brain, sorry. You've been to Sunder, you know that credential can be faked. Knowledge can't. Explain the deed's molecular viscosity progress of fluoroaquifer system in the Dentac system. Oh. Where is the... The key to the place is the carbon steel spiral mixer in the diaphragm valves. drop painting. This is just gibberish. Or scientific gibberish. I feel like either you can actually learn this from somewhere or it doesn't matter what I pick. I am just pushing buttons. I'd like to read the article someday. Have a nice flight, Doctor. So it didn't matter what I picked. Okay. You've been to Sander, you're not real. Credential can be faked, knowledge can't. Illustrate Decimer's phylogenetic protocols in biomechanical post-fixation processing. Excuse me, do you speak Avukan by any chance? I'm afraid Avukan is not one of the 23 languages I know. Bye. Well, my master is an Avukan from the Asakan system. He speaks an obscure provincial dialect. Luckily for you, I can serve as his translator today. Very well, as long as your translation skills are adequate. Illustrate the phylogenetic protocols in biomechanical post-fixation processing. Ahem. Shibidadu, canopy, dudadu, groovy, doobie, momadi, chibirabo. Initially, big trick superconductors before the cellular dihydrates, precipitating fixative hydrodization. Wait. I immediately noticed that this is backwards. Give us time. He is a priest. I see you. It is warm in the body. Idope et in Mrav City. Oyu is I. Selb as emit su evik. Meanwhile, metacrylate embedding resourcing quantium denaturans. I was actually thinking, hopefully there is more backwards, but sadly no. No. That was only thing that was backwards. Tubi ubi wala nubi apadapa napa. Cellulose chromatography enables transmutation of paraformaldehyde while in an Queen's fixative. Tanko, Papando, Fifi, Pomop, Platefin, Fodapatroti. In conclusion, supernatural conductors process for post-fixation perfusion fixed tissues. They know their sons on Avuka. You may proceed. I hope you like talking to people. It's funny, you've got one of those faces. You make me want to talk to you. I bet you get a lot of that. Strangers telling you secrets they won't tell their own therapist. I hope you would come over here. I noticed you were in a Codicum Linguinator. I've been working on a side project that might just interest you. You see, most consumer linguinators on the market today are incredibly clumsy, especially that Codicum knockoff. The translators are ungrammatical, and unknown slang even causes certain models to crash. Most importantly, if you come across languages that aren't already programmed into the conversion module, you're sick out of luck. Now just imagine the Rosetta Stone of linguinators. One that translates daily languages that are not in the linguinator translators table. Here's how it works. First, the unknown languages run through a series of very complicated algorithms which check for recurring phonetic patterns and cross-reference them against the basic lingua cipher. Then the acquator spills out an on-the-fly translation. Simple in theory, yet it took 15 painstaking years of development. Here, plug this data into your liquidator. Do me a favor and report any bugs you might encounter. Will it actually work? He is in the dirt, I'm in the water. I spent the last 2 years in the ocean depths of Tentac 10, where we're still discovering sentient creatures. Parts of the ocean and Tentac 10, I call it 10, it was probably just X, are so deep it takes 6 months to depressurize from an extinction. Just what I've doing this here. Depressurizing. I still can't hear anything out of my left ear. I've been collecting soil samples from volcanoes and Hephaestus. There's been unusual tectonic activity on that planet for years. Maybe it has something to do with the heavy amount of mistake that turns up in the lava. Do you think? How alien art ended up circulating in the planet's tectonic cycle is beyond me. There have been reports of huge biomechanical vultures feeding off space debris in the sector. If you're lucky, we'll see one. I want some peanuts. You want some peanuts? I'll get it for you. Dr. Shuden has been acting rather odd lately, hasn't he? We are on final approach to Colosseum starport where they enjoy partly cloudy skies and a high of 82 degrees. We hope you enjoy your stay on Thunder, and we thank for flying on the plane train. Exit. Oh. I got some scared. Alright fellas, I did send in a search for Dr. Low Bowman and found out some stuff. Boots, you remember when I went on that self-help kick after... Excuse me. Kick after reading a book called Mystic Awakes, just a few months before I died. Well, the person we were looking for wrote it. I can't find the list in the Colosseum Scientist Directory. The only reference I could find was in a 6-month-old shipping log which shows laboratory equipment for an R. Bowman, shipped to a building called the Rainbow Sanctuary. Also, the Rainbow Sanctuary come up blank. I'm afraid you're on your own, boys. Get to the question stuff. Didn't I do this already? Science world. Hey you! Try and grab me, come on, I dare ya. We are sports, try. See, you can't touch me, nothing can. I'm generating an impenetrable force field. It can be detected by most high-end optical thermal scanners out on the market today. I built the product myself. Only problem is the fool doesn't know how to set it off. A minor matter. Some of the variables will be giving me a little trouble, but I've just about worked out the calculations. Shouldn't take too long to figure out. My life's been pretty good so far. I feel pretty lucky. I'm smart. I got scholarship to study on Sunday. I mean, what an opportunity. No thanks. Very well. You mean telling me they don't serve mojitos here? And they call this a civilized site? When I was a child, I thought the reason you couldn't play it in space was because of bad air. Can you believe that? Not no air, but bad air. I was such a stupid little kid. Exit. Boy, that was odd. I just bumped into the strangest looking guy as I was leaving the bathroom. He couldn't have been a scientist. He was wearing red and black body armor. His face was evil. Everyone hails Thunder as a utopia of advanced thought, but it's just a prone to prejudice as any place. Aha, that's why I need the... Halt, do you have... Beyond this gate is the Rainbow Sanctuary. It's restricted heretics only. Can you lower the lasers for me? I'm new here and I wanna explore. I'm afraid I couldn't lower the lasers even if I wanted to. The disabling frequencies are known by only 3 guards and each one only knows 1 frequency each. What if I clearly distract you and lower them while you're not looking? I guess in theory it would be possible to interrupt the flow of the lasers without a clearance keycard. Interrupt them how? Well, there are 3 types of lasers running in high modulation behind me. If someone found the control panel for each one and managed to get the disabling frequencies from the 3 guards, then they could switch the lasers to low modulation. And that would lower the gate. Well, once the lasers are switched to low modulation, you still have to block the flow with something. Block them with what? Well, I suppose you could block the lasers with anything thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. In the control panel. Have you been listening to anything I've been telling you? Like I said, if someone found the control panels for each type of lasers and found out the secret frequency for them, they could switch the lasers to low modulation and block them with something thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. We need something thin to block. Maybe we can be friends. The Lambos and that's where all the heretics are sequestered, isn't it? Yeah, you've gotta get past that secret checkpoint over there to find it. I need to find free back cards and free security panels. So I told her to hand me a canister besides the Torres key emitter. The goggles work better when the subject is exposed to certain types of radiation. What color were her candies? Did the goggles work? That's thin, my voluminous friend. She wasn't wearing any whatsoever. I nearly spilled my beaker. Hey, can't you see we are conversing here? You slap. What? But what's the frequency? Frequency for the congratulations? Listen, buddy. I got a morning ritual. I drink a Bellini, conversate with the locals, and Monza croissant before I open my briefcase and eat my daily briefings. So get your face out to my routine before I clap your brain pan. You tell me, are they as nice as I imagine? So he drinks a Bellini. Office Division, Hacking Avenue, Colosseum Sander, Connect Header Pads, Colosseum Starport Sander, Maintenance Hats, Luggage Colossal Terminal, Razor Ops, just to be safe, I am actually lighting that frequency down. Does that mean blue? Is this for blue? Free D HC. Desmond is done with your briefcase. Hey, keep your mitts off my stuff. I need something thin. Welcome to the Starport Lounge. Want to care for some complimentary playing cards? So why not? Here you go. Please seat yourself. Service will come momentarily. Yeah. Now I have that. Yeah, it was for blue lasers. Blue. Okay. Breathe, breathe. I'm taking anger management courses. I'm supposed to tense my muscles and breathe in. Breathe. The anger's draining out of me. The anger's draining out of me. I'm going to leave the anchor behind me. I'm going to step out of my... It took my money! Shh! I'm okay. Really. I'm very centered. The anger's draining out of me. If I get the paper for you, will you give me the laser frequency? You get yourself a deal. It's not like you can do anything bad with it, right? It's worthless without the other frequencies. It's worthless. Besides, if you did anything bad with it, I'd spill your brains across the starboard. Venopod. Dun 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 dun. Hey, you get me a paper out of the window without even touching it. How did you do that? Thanks, little robot man. That's well. Now I can line the robot bottom of my pipi cage with fresh paper. Line the bottom of my pipi cage. Oh, bird cage. That is a finish. Six, 9. Nice. 1. 69 is number 1. Got it. And it's always terahertz. Then what it was blue laser, green laser. Okay. Then I am missing 1. There is the final one. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Can you tell me the frequency for the skeletal lasers? I've had a grueling day and I don't have time to talk to morons. Take a hike. Well, I know most of the Pax monkeys are a bit slow on the uptake. I mean, you can't have too much settling between the noodles if you get your kicks. Winning the necklace duster over the scholar for every Tom, Dick, and Henrik, who gives you lip, so let me explain it to you clear. Nice, easy, and slow. I may look old to you, but under this glorious mane is a juvenescent soul. I think like a young man, I drink like a young man, I swoo like a young man, but my But my weakness is my memory. Yes, I don't remember which lass I have wooed, so I probably go hit on them the next day. The years were like a paper trace, and before you know it, your memory is in tatters at the foot of the bed. Not to mention your ability to compose a metaphor or smile or whatever the hell it was I just said. Whatever the case, I forget things. I used to be a visual punk back in the day. Know what that is? It was in the Corsican timber fields back when there was still a lumber industry to be had. Years ago, real hardwood was all the rage with the houseflies treasures. Cellarettes, little Preburian-style Devon boats. The trend was burnished wood and Corsica had tons of it. Again, this was back in the day. So I found myself in the timber fields as a visual punk. Now you gotta understand the type of ramshackle operation the Codicus were running. Some things never change, and all they were after was to make a quick dime. Safety was a joke, and equipment consisted of leather gloves and a 5-year-old strider saw. Now when those Corsican first fall, they come sliding down the hill like a lead zeppelin. They take 600 years to mature, and the big ones take 3 weeks to saw through. And although we weren't dealing with the Mundo first, even the Calamus snatchers are webbers. That's why there's a little punk at the top of the slope to warn the lumberjacks down below that troubles are coming. Anyway, it was during my years that Helenia developer. You know what that is, son. You get a rupture near your gooseneck, and your intestines decide they want some air. Mine got strangulated. They made me wear an itchy dress for longer than I care to tell. I try working my magic with the ladies at the moment they saw the support. Pad under my trousers, they ran for the hills, but what was even worse was... Enough! The frequency is 507! Don't ever say another word to me, Eric. Officer down! And I am guessing this is head. And good luck with the hernia. Oh wait. Or don't I have to actually find anything? Probably not. Yeah, I need to go this way. What do you have? Crash. Or is it actually that I need to find something? I don't. I think the young lady sitting over there keeps looking over at me. Okay, look now. Wait, don't. She's looking. Okay, no. I like how this viper left my butt. I'm nervous, can you tell? I design advanced ion propulsion engines. I know spaceflight is safe, but look, my hands are shaking. Well, what are you waiting for? Don't just stand here. Go find Dr. McLaurin. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Ah, yeah, it was this. Excuse me? Would you... This one, it was that one. And then straight one. This acceleration is one of three protecting the restricted areas of Colosseum starboard. Maintenance personnel need to be aware of basic functionality before attempting to repair any of the lasers. The facts. Lasers have two function settings, operation and standby. Do not attempt to block or repair the laser when they are at operational frequency. For repair purposes, block the laser through the small slot in the panel with the AMLSU laser cut unit. Enter fraction numbers on the keypad. Press enter or clear if you wish to start over. Do not share fraction numbers with unauthorized personnel. This can only lead to pain, most likely yours. For more information, contact. Okay. So this is blue. So searching for those. Dun 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 dun. Ah, here's another one. Yeah. No, I knew it. Head 5 oh 7 enter and then the playing card. Oh, I don't have. Let's go, but first. One thing I personally don't like is that, you know, start and everything is immediately. Imagine if you misclick and you haven't saved in 2 hours. Oh, this is beautiful. Sorry for the inconvenience. Slight walk out of order. Oh, it means that. I like to take my lunch break out here, but some heretic from the Rainbow Sanctuary invariably wanders over here and spoils my peace. Happy accidents are often the mother of invention. Case in point, I was toying with the gravimetric flux of inanimate objects when I inadvertently found a way to reverse the polarity of my boots. Now I've got myself some dandy anti-gravity footgear. Pretty neat, eh? I bet you wish you had a pair. Well, gotta go, and it's a bump and away. He's fine. Rainbow Sanctuary, ah. Welcome to Rainbow Sanctuary, home of the wretched and the depraved, home of the heretics. True view talk. Oh, there's the door. But was it the true view talk? HP shown during battle. No. There. And because it gave me that option, I'm guessing save before venturing in. Sander Moss. Moss from the planet Sander. Welcome to the Temple Sanctuary. Is there anything I can do for you? We'd like to see Dr. O. Bowman, please. Congratulations, your first visitor. In the 6 months she's been here, let me just get her on the line. Have a moment. Dr. Bowman? Dr. Bowman, are you there? Hello, Doctor? She must have disconnected the line. She can be difficult sometimes. Let me walk you to her office. The people will have to wait here. Congratulations. Pal, you better stay here while we see the doctor. I'd hate for you to touch something and accidentally short yourself. Whatever. Lady? I understand the meaning of rainbow. Secret is pretty ridiculous, I know. Are you ready to continue to explore? Yes. Walk this way. Still with me? Good. Almost there. Just this way.
Bad timing, fellas. I'm in the middle of something. In exactly 57 seconds, the particles in this mass super accelerator reach maximum velocity. Working with this high harmonic pulse generator and metaplasmic interferometer to reproduce specific spatial conditions which, if I'm correct, will unlock and activate this test sample of Mistech. So whatever you want is gonna have to wait.
Are those Witherspoon time signature drives?
You know they are, Mr. Matavastros. Yeah, I know you. I practically lived in your museum 2 summers ago. So, who's the meat puppet?
He's my tough guy. Ignore him. Tell me, did you calibrate against Gassican frame references? Won't Brownian delineations muddle your Tardion count?
Yes, if I was testing for Tardions.
But if you're not testing for Tardions, then that would mean...
Stand by. Well, that sucks.
You wanna see my batteries?
Mistech is from a future universe?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but yes. And that's not all. Remember the Rudolph anomaly just a few months back? Look at these tachyon readings I took off the Mistech at the time.
What are you saying now? That Mistech responds to spatial disturbances?
Yes. And the bigger the disturbance, the stronger the glow. Smaller ruptures in the fabric of the universe wouldn't register to the naked eye. The glow would be too faint. But get a strong anomaly nearby, and we'd be seeing fireworks.
Doctor?
I don't know. Seems a bit much to swallow.
Doctor?
I figured you'd say that.
Doctor!
Oh, hell.
Oh, no! Oh, what?
We gotta get out of here.
Out of the lab?
Out of the system. We don't have much time. Move!
Then you saw that huge anomaly hovering over the planet will reach critical mass in about 8 minutes. We could use my private shuttle to get off the planet, but I lost the docking bay keycard weeks ago. Help me find it. I know it's somewhere in the lab. It is. I found it. Take it and warm up my shuttle at gate 12. Don't use the conveyor belt outside. It's only one way. Take the basement exit. There's a shortcut through the maintenance tunnels. I'll meet you there. I'll cut readings together. But hurry. We've only got about 8 minutes before this anomaly reaches critical mass, and who knows what will happen next. Don't leave without me. Where's the exit? Where? Help! There! Oh, is this a door? This is the door. No, it is not the door. I think I'm stupid. Very stupid. Oh. Ooh. I'll go outside. No. was nothing important. And now, gate 12. Can I make it?
Engines are warming up. Where is she?
Oh my God.
Can't we wait for her in space?
No kidding. Let's go.
We give her one more minute.
I can't believe you waited for me. Hold on, kids. We're getting out of here. There's a shockwave right on our tail.
Well, get out of the way!
I can't! We've got to get to that cinder spike. Come on, come on.
There it is!
I can't believe it. The greatest minds of our galaxy, all dead and gone. Gentlemen, science was just set back 100 years.
Oh, cry me a river, sister. You blew up the planet with that little experiment of yours.
You don't know what you're talking about. That mist tech you saw was responding to the spatial disturbance that split the planet in half. Nothing more.
She's right, Ace. Shut up and stop trying to look smart. We've got bigger problems.
Engines are dead. Navigation's kaput. And who knows where that cinder spike put us. I can reroute the auxiliaries to pump up life support, but that'll only buy us about 2 weeks. With any luck, we'll drift into a populated system before food runs out.
What are we gonna do until then, man?
Try not to go crazy.
Day
Is
1.
it you, John?
No. He said it wasn't in the Wuchang system.
Ha! That's 20 questions. You guys lose.
So what was it?
Anachronox. Man, you guys are dumb.
But you said it started with a U.
Yeah, I know.
We cried for a while. And I said, if you don't think it's love, then leave.
And was it love?
The exact words were, it's love, but it's not in love.
Oh.
Yeah!
Very nice.
Are you sad?
I'm all right, pal.
But you don't have a home anymore.
I haven't had a home since I was 16. I'm okay, pal. Really.
Bye, bitch.
Day 9. Bust out the violins. Try day 300.
Look, you left a sock over there. Over there. Is it so hard to pick up after yourself?
What? I was gonna pick it up tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow? You son of a...
Should we stop them, man?
Let them kill each other.
No.
Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it!
Mwah, mwah. Hi. Step back, sister.
Are you kidding? I've been waiting a long time for this.
Yay. Can I cook or what? The special disturbance that split Thunder in half must have activated my mystic, and if I'm right about its properties, this isn't the only slag that's active. I think every slag of mystic around the galaxy can now release the energy that's always been dormant inside it. We were left in space for a few days before I noticed that my pocket was glowing. It was a slag I keep with me for sentimental reasons. I didn't want to jump to conclusions until I could test it out in an open space, but I was pretty sure I knew what it meant. I've been anticipating this for most of my adult life, so if the coast is clear, I want to share my thoughts and findings with everyone before we move on. Let's use that worktop over there. This should only take a few minutes, so humor me and pay attention. You're gonna love it. Okay, so it appears that you need 3 things to cast Mystic. The first and most obvious thing you need is a slack of Mystic such as the one I employed so effectively in battle just now. As you saw, this one creates a damaging fire effects. For a lack of better item, let's call it Fire Slag. If my speculation is correct, different slags have different powers, so we'll have to experiment with other slags we ran across and test their effects. More on that in a minute. The second thing you need in order to cast Mystic is an energy source. Once again, surprise surprise, the theories in my book were correct. The glowing rodents or glow dents already found on Hephaestus around Mystic were not a coincidence. An alien technology to Mystic, maybe even the Mystic itself, must have elected the glow dents as an energy source for the slags. Mystic consumes them as easily as our shield cells do. This means energy is our ticket to use Mystic. Okay, now the last and most important element is casting Mystic. Is you. Mystic needs a conduit to channel out its awesome energy. Without a person to cast it, Mystic is not in. The slag can somehow read the caster's emotional condition based on the various metabolic changes. Determining the outcome of the casting is the process. Think of it like a super advanced lie detector. Call it a galvanic response polarity. Intense fear and anger may trigger one function, while panic and concern may trigger another. For example, the same fire slag can both burn an enemy and exterminate a burning friend, just as a pain slag that normally hurts an enemy will heal it if cast on yourself. Miss Bowman, Mr. Boots is looking a bit funny. In other words, Mr. Boots, all you have to do is get mad at people and feel worried about friends. Mystic so take care of the rest. It's as easy as just wanting to use it. By the way, this may interest you, Mr. Matavastros. My studies of growth and consumption indicate that the speed in which they used increase the power threat of the Mystic. Take Carpenter binary law of energy and apply it to Mystic. You can use clones at the rates of 1, 2, 4 or 8 times the input level of the device. Fatima, can you project that binary level graph we discussed in the shuttle? It's vaguely like valence shells of electrons. The energy flow locks to certain steps or stages, each at twice the cost of the last stage. Beyond 8 times the base level input, certain values approach infinity, so that means to be the hard limit. No doubt, Doctor, no doubt. Perhaps you might summarize for the layman in the big coat. In a nutshell, whatever the energy cost of operation is at its lowest level, the next level will cost you twice as much. Not only that, but I suspect higher level devices may have a lower level effect built in, such that different power levels might produce different effect. Got it? Good, because I'm done. Was that so awful? We're all taking a part in the grand experiment, people. Keep an eye out for more Mystic and snap up all the clones you can. We're gonna need them. Fire slag. Oh, that's the okay. I don't have any more. I guess this indicates me in the scientific community. Too bad there's no scientific community left. Whoever or whatever caused that disturbance is responsible for the death of 6 million people, and there's nothing to suggest it won't happen again. Here, this sensor should give us a little protection from whatever lies ahead. Come on, let's get off this rock. Welcome to Voton. My name is Kieber. I am a cultural attached and diplomatic liaison for the Hospitality Committee. Please accept my sincere apologies on behalf of the Democratus High Council. Those central rowboats should never have been on active duty. By the time we realized our mistake, the automatic tractor beam system was already locked on your shuttle. Yes. Well, I'll have to cut my greetings a little short. The High Council was just called an emergency session, putting the entire administrative staff, myself included on full alert. Feel free to roam the city and make yourself at home while we resolve this emergency. I'll be in touch. Seems to be the top brass around here. Maybe if we talk to them in person, we can convince them to repair the shuttle so we can get the hell out of here. Hello. Why I have only 2 members? Oh no. There. Yeah, I apparently... Ooh. Yeah. I have... I have only 2 party members. Is this normal? Or did I have to do something else and I missed it? Come through, mistakes until I'm alive to see it. And this is only the beginning. I expect we only just begun unlocking secret. Let's get our hands on as many slabs of Mystic as we can. I don't like this place. It makes me feel funny. Ah. Yeah. That's how it was, yeah. Yeah. Certain joke, but I just dug up some interesting info on this dump. Formerly known as Teflon 2, the planet of Democritus was made up of hardline isolationists before the sudden fall of Emperor Deucalion last year. They've only recently become interested in interplanetary relations. The whole planet is run by committee. They are extremely bureaucratic, with an elitist class living in a inn floating around the planet, and a working class that has been relegated to the surface. Limited access visitors report amazing technology, but none of it is allowed to be exported. Either that helps or it doesn't have fun. Okay, but I will be right back. First I will save. That was old save. I am then here. I'll be right back. I am back. Let's go to Democratus. I'd stay out of the Hanna base if I were you. Those malfunctioning robots will kill you without a care. Hell, I'd be a good neighbor and invite you inside, but nobody's allowed in the council chambers when there's an emergency meeting session. Come on, Bob. It only takes a second. We need to ask Ken to fix our jalopy. Look, I'm sure your business is all very important, but the High Council is in the middle of very important emergency session. I can't just knock on their door and sweep you in. They're very serious about not being disturbed. Only allies of the council are trusted inside. Fine. How do I become an ally of the council? Sir, in order to see the council, you must gain their trust. And in order to gain their trust, you must prove you think like them. Why don't you vote in today's election? If you're of a like mind, they will consider you an ally of the council. Where do I vote? I believe the closest voting station outside the Voton Administration Center. Take this hallway all the way down, and you'll end up in the city district of Lynn. Just ask for directions, you'll find it easy. You say that? Yes, this is the new Zelda. The Great Unknown. Zelda finally went to sci-fi territory. Well, technically, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom went into the sci-fi territory with the shrines and everything. Fantasy versions at least. But hello Ashley, welcome. I am a new planet. We, us, them. Vote tonight. Vomit. Torture proposal. You know, I don't wanna know. You don't look like you're from around here. Are you plant dwellers from the surface? We're all over the system. Well, have you requested to vote? Judging from the absence of voting button on your sleeve, I'd say not. Here's the deal. You have to pay a loony if you want to stay and vote. Please, don't be a kidder. This smells person scam. I'm Atremus Heat, Field Liaison of the Votonen Interim Tax Tariff Commission. Municipal law stipulates that all requests of our city must participate in our democratic process. All voices will be heard. Since today is an election day, you must vote, and in order to vote, you must pay me a loony to register you. Vote or leave. But we can't even leave. Our shuttle's damaged. Sure, that is not my concern. You are required by our laws to register yourself to vote. Please don't make me to take desperate measures to ensure it. Of course I will pay the fee. Here are each of your voting buttons. Please wear them proudly on your sleeve. Since you haven't Democrat and electronic voting devices, I shall give you a sample ballot and white paper. Read it carefully. Ballot message. Proposition 1. Show the maximum lamp angle throughout the photo may be 45 degrees. 2. Shall cyclical vomit torture be abolished as a form of punishment for first-degree murder committed by planet dwellers? Shall the preparation and selling of dangerous squeezy beads for consumption be a misdemeanor? Shall Paus Cafe be the official color of next year's festival of choice? Sole outward the possession of narcotic. Sole outward possession of narcotics be punishable by death, likely sentence. Immediately complete use of all substances in possession. Shall it be a felony to possess, sell or export bipedal meat for global consumption? Shall planet-dweller deforestation of Wautsi's forest for dot herding be allowed? Shall marriages between land-dwellers and planet-dwellers be reconciled by the state? Yes. Yes. How do I vote? I hope you're aware that if you don't vote in today's election, we're allowed to kill you. Except you, little Mr. Robot Man, machines are not allowed to vote. What the cap? If you're looking for someone to discuss the issues of the day with you, an ally of the council might be of assistance. They wear 6 pearls of wisdom and their skull. Now you're ready to participate in the election. Once you're decided on the issues, go to the voting booth just down the street. Happy voting! We need to find the allies of the council who are each marked with the 6 pearls of wisdom and find out how the council will vote on all 8 propositions. If you don't vote, we will kill you. What is this, Australia? No, this is politics. Okay, where is the... him? Those ballot initiatives are quite challenging. I can't decide how to vote today. Happy voting as they say. Look at that time. I've got to be going soon. Goodbye. In Australia, you're fined if you don't vote. How about Finland? Oh, here! Because we are reasonable and free country. Nobody is forcing us to vote. You know. We can go to vote, you know, where the voting takes place and vote the... representative. Like... in the city councils and whatnot. Would you like the quiz lesson in Polyphyton? Why not? We're in section 8, the administrative section of Voton. This is the democratic heart of our society and center of all red tape and Democratus. Oh yeah, this planet's name is called Democratus. You can guess what the joke is. America sucks because you have to vote on a Tuesday and it's not a work day off. I think I have heard that they expect you to vote, but then you don't get day off for voting. if it's supposed to be that important. But I think in here it is the same thing that we don't get day off if it's voting. No. Yeah. Here everyone has a voice, everyone is heard. Except the planet dwellers. The only problem is people are dumb. That is actually true. The only problem is people are dumb, we all think a bit left. So if the voting public is too dumb to make the best decisions, there needs to be a system to make sure they don't vote themselves into oblivion. That's where the High Council comes in. Each member of the council represents one of the 8 sections of the Voton Ring. They are considered the wisest men on the planet and are the first to cast their ballots in the daily election. Since we're the ultimate democracy, even a High Councilman's vote is the same as any citizen's. It counts as only one vote and is kept secret until after the election. On occasion, when the public vote differently from the council, the visible repercussions are often quite negative. That's why people tend to vote the way they think the council will vote. The High Council serves as the moral compass of our society. To make sure the opinions are an open secret, the council intentionally leaks its votes to the public through various channels. This way, they maintain an illusion of a free democracy while guiding the citizens at the same time. So in the end, people too dumb to make their own decisions can feel like they're doing the right thing by voting like the council, as well as feel special for being part of a big secret. In fact, if you really want to know the way the council votes on an issue, look for allies of the council. They're always more than happy to spill the beans on council decisions. Allies of the council have 6 pearls of wisdom attached to their skulls as a symbol of their excited look for them. Yeah. So here in the lesson, happy voting. No. How did you vote in yesterday's election? I was all for since the name of Palotron 3000. What a stupid name. Hey, it's like the American Electoral College. Yeah, this is all about democracy, this planet. Last planet was about science. Vote no. Save the PPT, vote no on Proposition 6. Six was pedestrian meat use of felony. There is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6 is no. I am just guessing. I've only got one thing to say to anyone thinking of voting against Proposition 6, and it's this. Democrats do not eat pedigree meat pellet. Pedigree are too productive to waste as food. Most rentable are unaware that nearly 3,000 pedigree were slaughtered at the service of Democratus for the purpose of an outdoor activity called globalin. Pedigree found for slaughter are often crowded into cargo pens made for smaller animals and to travel many cycles without sustenance. It's painful and cruel, and we must put a stop to it. Ah. I think you have 6. As well as personally being an ally of the council, my sister is an assistant for one of them. Last night she told me how they voted on Proposition 3. Mama, did you see his eyes light up? I bet you're just dying to know how they voted. You better take advantage of this situation. Yes, quick thinking, my friend. I just noticed I'm rather thirsty. I'll tell you how the council voted on Proposition 3 if you bring me a tasty quack juice from Jesus' juices. Hello. Bye. Yeah. They're gonna vote me off the committee. I was good enough, and they're gonna throw me out on my hide. We don't talk about the Emperor. He was an evil man. We're glad he's gone. Ah. Yeah. I was actually thinking, am I and it's so corrupt, it's almost like real life. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like certain politician. We like to make fun of him. You know, that hey, look at this silly man trying to thinks he can become the president. And then we are like, all the scandals, it's he will never get voted. He gets voted. It's not funny anymore. And same with corruption. Like, I don't want to get political. At least not in my streams. Even I easily can talk about, just talk about it. But like Finland is one of the less corrupted. Yeah, it's not funny. The less corrupted. Finland is one of the less corrupted countries. Well, depends, of course. Nobody is uncorruptible, but then with our current council, that might actually change. Take the juice. I have your juice. Where were you? It was here, right? I didn't think you were actually going to give me juice. You made my day. Is that the will vote no on proposition 3? Yeah, now it's off the list. So, death with dignity for every debate. Isn't he? And as teaching public speaking at the university, he is also the chairman of BB3 Salvation, a non-profit organization dedicated to the plight of the little workers. He told me he was made aware of the High Council's vote on Pro 6 this morning, and although I couldn't get him to spill the beans, I felt like I was wearing him down. His shirt isn't very well ironed. Only 4 with those. Greetings, I am an interface for the Venom Lost and Found. I am standard you Body 12 Beebo-bot. I have no add-on in thread interfaces, advanced heuristics, or remote communication skills of any kind. It's okay, I do not mind. I'm perfectly happy being on the very bottom run of the very tall ladder of models of Beebo-bot. It suits me fine. That is, and every other people body sleeps and bounce better than me. Nothing I like better than the bottom of the food chain existence here. Looking for useless items that my oh so smart masters have left behind. Stuff for pocket calculation could keep track of. But I digress. and lost items. Two pizza battles. Do not bother the council. Billboards have caused that area. In, so the item must have been left around the bottom somewhere. Hurry, because someone might find it and take it. Okay, get ready. This one is small. Swing out an access card. Go. Ah. We should have had a blueprint from the very beginning. You can improvise architecture. Will you stop being so moody, Planto? We're glad you're not stuck working at the service of the planet. We're allies of the council. Let's act like it and focus. My buddy follows a recent memo from the High Council detailing their decision on Proposition 1. The maximum ramp angle initiative? Who cares about that? Why don't we build a shell around the planet instead? Pretend it never even existed. We could become a new Democratus. Greetings, I'm Buddy 12, but Bubbly Barbara, personal assistant. I serve all my owner's emotional and filing needs. My owner is currently unavailable. It looks like contact that are in fact compatible. Would you like to interface with me? I've never interfaced with people before. Ah! Failure. To Predator Senior Intern Architect from Miss Redfoot was Secretary of Democratus High Council. I've just been made aware that the High Council decision vis-a-vis Proposition I will affect this quarter's architecture project. The Council unanimously decided to vote no on the measure, meaning all ramps in the interline that exceed 45 degrees must be redesigned and rebuilt. Please adjust your expenditure estimate accordingly. We love your work. And by the way, I know it probably does mark everything for me, but I am still keeping notes just in case. That was fantastic. I can't believe how much science you know. My circuits are tinkling. We should interface again sometimes. Okay, that is 2. 6 left. It's too overwhelming. Only through meditation will I find the answers. You. I'm writing articles for Council News nightly about 2 of today's initiatives. The Voci Port Herding Initiative and the Post Cafe Initiative. I can't finish either those one. I camped out at his almost. $104. 401. By the way, what stairs? These are not stairs. No, they are not. These are slopes. Collect the taco. What a crummy map. No legend, no directions, and these trails don't even make sense. It's giving me a headache. Maybe the doctor can figure it out. Analyze simulates the total connecting process of Rose brain. As she figures out the diagram of machine, you must select the converters below in the correct order to convert the initial shape and color to the end shape and color. Some converters insist on specific shape and color to convert from, so watch out. Made here. The key to efficiently analyzing problems is not to think too hard. Maybe a view from a higher vantage point might prove more illuminating. Let's go outside. Meanwhile, I can find my sword. Meet here. It figures planet dwellers will be involved in all of this business. When I received the map several days ago, it didn't take me long to determine the meeting spot, so here I am. Here you are, there's my wife. What wife? We just want to know the council stance and the votes initiative. Really? Just kidding. Nobody kidnapped my wife. I'm just a big prankster. I don't even have a wife. The High Council will vote no on the vote.her initiative. You're welcome. Goodbye. And it was 7. And yes, I know it probably is that I don't need to keep track. But I just want to be sure. I met friends with an outwater many days ago when our society was not so isolationist. It wasn't long before this friend offered me Naki. I was young, I didn't know any better. Before I knew it, I was hooked. It took me years to recover from the addiction. I've never trusted an outwater again. Although I'm an ally of the High Council, I believe they're wrong in voting no on Proposition 5. Outwarders who spread their poison into our society deserve to die. Trouble me no more. So, this is... Ooh, this is very accurate for democracy. Do we want a same my plane stopped working. But you know, this game became too real too fast. But first we save again. One thing I need I need probably Krampus for that one, that I already got. I am just guessing that is the thing I need to do. I am going to switch up my party. hell? No. No, 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 no. What are you doing? No. Okay, we are missing 2, 4, and 8. No, the 6th we didn't get an answer, so yeah. This is how it works, yeah. I had to interrupt, but by my 2 cents are worth as much as yours, and maybe even a penny more. Do you see me standing on a soapbox spouting my why money where was? I just want a moment to tell you a little story from my yesteryears, and I ain't spinning no tale or weaving no yarn here. It's pure truth. Long years ago, there was a time I owned a baby. I'd left the military for a soul-searching quest to find myself. I spent an Indian summer in a cabin in the Corsican backwoods. It was complete with a chicken coop and domestic pipi for companionship. It sang while I worked. I remember that fall loudly. In my youthful optimism, I named him Alejandro, after the Hispanic sinner, and even though he was a dumb and a plum Bob, I had to love him. The poor thing was a castrato, you see. Pipitary bleeders cut off their tiny vision maggots before they reached puberty so that they retained their soprano voices. How could I not feel for him? Well, 2 weeks into winter, and everything turned south on a dime. A honeycomb fox broke into the chicken coop and enjoyed a 5-course feast. The same week, a water pipe sprang a leak over my winter rations. I was getting hungry and Alejandro was getting nervous. He stopped singing altogether in order to be less conspicuous, but it didn't help. I hadn't eaten in 2 days, and there was a Korean opera acting up in my stomach. My options were quickly disappearing. It was with a heavy heart that I approached his cage. Alejandro looked up at me with those huge sleepy eyes. Then he saw the cutting knife in my hand. I still remember the look on his face. Bibitary meat ain't tender, my friend. I was a strong arm in my youth, and Alejandro made for an uphill cut job. His limbs were especially fibrous. You got your knife caught in a blood hose, and you're looking at some soaked meat. Took me half an hour just to cut around his vein cavity and such. Point is, you're talking to the wrong man if you're looking for sympathy when it comes to eating the farm. Making laws ain't gonna stop a starving man from killing a walking ball of a meat son. Frankly, if they're slaughtered the same way cattle are, I don't see the problem, so go stuff it up, you goosepipe. Shock. Cold-hearted people such as yourself are the reason that the High Council's vote yes on Provision 6. We've heard your vote. We know your opinion. Please excuse yourself. Oh, it was yes. I was just thinking it is gonna be yes, yes, yes. I mean, no, 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 no. So left is 8, 4, and 2, so 3. Here. Ooh. Piston octagon. But there was nothing in here. We want to know, are you going to talk to everyone in the city? Yes. And that is probably something I then need. Ah, that is the juice bar, okay. This is something I haven't checked fully yet. Like, who has the 6 pearls of wisdom? And who doesn't? You only have 4. And you were just a shopkeep. And same thing, you are just a shopkeep. You know, why not? Save. Hello. Good evening. Oh, you have. Wait for me. Oh yeah, you I already got. Okay. there are still some of us who believe the surface of that planet is where we belong. We've been living up in this lane so long that we lost touch with ourselves as a people. I think human males such as yourself are incredibly attractive. Thank you. But they don't seem very interested in Democrat and women. I guess we're not lumpy enough for you. Being an outworlder, how do you feel about Provision 8, which would forbid marriages between land dwellers and human planet dwellers? Being an hour of the council, I know how the vote will sway. I'm just curious what you think. I tell you which way they voted if the man with the gorgeous beard would be willing to give me a kiss. Yeah. Kiss. 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 Stop, I'm going to blush. Okay, I'm ready. Oh my, I'm feeling a little faint. Too bad the High Council voted yes on Provision 8. So, we are missing 2 now, I think. Thanks for that hell. Yeah, 2 and 4. This was 1. Was there any more in here? And it is named Republic Inn. Perfect. Excuse me. I think you have only 4. Men. What is that singing? Nope. Let's show it. How can it happened? First, this initiate cafe official. Jose Cafe. Think of the children. Oh. So now we only are missing one. It's good thing that I started exploring. What happened here? Ow. How is that possible? Just asking. What happened? No wonder the elevator is not working. My career. Going down the toilet, I'm supplied with standard issue hard foam level pillows, and now outrunners walk into my room and harass me while I rest. Please take all my belongings too. I'd hate for there to be an upside to the day. Don't worry, I won't look. Still like all outrunners do. Go on. You are not part of the council? No, you have only 4. So only one we are missing is 2. This was the floor we were already on. Stress eats at me like femme fever forehead rot. Can I get in here any of the rooms? No. This I know that that's then. Okay. Will I find the answers? Maybe I would. Maybe my one vote will be the one that upsets the balance of power in our democracy and planet tumbling down around us. First we go here and check if there's anybody here. There was this guy, yes. Nothing here. No, nobody's here. Well, not nobody, but you know, the person I was looking for. This I got. You. There you are. Vercingetorix. Mr. Keeper wants you to know that the council is still in session and will remain so for quite a while longer. That tends to keep to itself. Personal, I wish we had more contacts with other worlds. Why don't you vote it? Vote it then, okay. Grand Sun's blow up somehow. That's gotta be joke. How is it possible? I don't know. I wasn't there. But yeah, I am going to switch my party formation. And I think, and then I try to put it, you know, remember that I need Tal for that one thing. Where are you, pal? There you are. save. And I think that is good place to stop today. Play hours done. Let's wait. Yeah. I am happy that I started this game. This is one of those, what I heard, classics, that for some reason I haven't heard anything. A couple of years ago, I found this game. I thought, this looks actually interesting. And now I am playing it for the first time. But thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody in the chat. I will continue this on tomorrow. My name is Mero. This was Anachronox, and I will see you again next time, same Venot channel. Good night.